Hi everyone, it is me, XENA, or XENA Fighter Queenling, or XENA Pappas, and today I'm gonna give my thoughts on Vince McMahon withdrawing from WWE. Vince McMahon has been in the wrestling business since not between 72 YL, when he took over as the main play-by-play caller for all WWE shows after Ray Morgan left. But in 9 between 82 YL, he would end up buying the WWE from his father, and he would then make Gorilla Monsoon the main play-by-play caller. Then it was Tony Schiavone. Then it was Gorilla Monsoon again. Then Gorilla Monsoon's health went bad, and Vince McMahon had become the main play-by-play caller again. And then it was Jim Ross. And then it would have been Joey Styles, but it didn't quite work out, and it was Jim Ross and Michael Cole. When Vince McMahon stepped down from play-by-play calling for the 2-4 time for good, he became the evil business owner. And on and off from 9 between 97 YL until 2022 YL, he was playing that. And a lot of folks scabed Vince McMahon over the years for not for the booking and the writing of young wrestlers and old wrestlers, not knowing what was in, not knowing what was out, not knowing what was cool, not offshooting from what everyone else was doing in the wrestling business, not what Leonardo Asper or Shao Kahn or Anthony Kong or Count Borner, Robert Black, Billy Corgan, Al Snow, or Snaggy Tula, Violent J were doing. Everyone thinking that he didn't know anything about the wrestling business anymore. But if it wasn't for Vince McMahon buying the WWE in 9 between 82 YL, there would have been no big wrestling business. Vince McMahon worked hard to make his wrestling business the biggest wrestling business there is. He worked hard and somehow outworked every other wrestling business owner at the time. He outdid Bill Watts, he outdid Billy Graham, he outdid Jerry Lawler, and he outdid Jerry Jarrett, he outdid Jeff Jarrett, he outdid Robert Carter and Janice Carter, he outdid both Jim Crockett Elder and Jim Crockett Younger, he outdid Ted Turner, he outdid Todd Gordon, Paulie Dangerously, outdid Nigel McGuinness, outdid Andrew McGuinness. He outdid a lot of folks in the wrestling business. He outdid Frisp and Eric. And a lot of folks felt that WWE outliving WCW and ECW was bad. And now these days, a lot of folks out there think that Vince McMahon wasn't cool, that he didn't know what was in, that he wasn't as good as Billy Corgan or Robert Black or Count Borner or Leonardo Asper or Shao Kahn and Anthony Kong or Snaggy Tulo Violent J or Al Snow, or any of those other wrestling business owners that started up. Now, he stepped down, and it's sad. And I know a lot of folks out there are going to bring up about his mishandling of women and all that shit that I scathed him for a month ago. Well, that's still ongoing. Why did Vince McMahon choose to step away from a business that he has been running on and off since 9 between 82 YL? Well, Vince McMahon didn't want his wrestling business to be besmirched by anything happening. You see, if Vince McMahon would go to the hearing and there'd be enough truth that he did wrong, then go to a Sikh, and if he was Sikh guilty in that Sikh, then be put in lockup, then WWE would be besmirched by his misdoings. So, I do feel sorry for him for going through all that. But it's true, Vince McMahon brought it on himself by doing those misdeeds and that behavior and all those things. But at the end of the day, I do onlook him for what he did for the wrestling business. He worked harder than probably any other wrestling business owner, and now he withdrawed. At 77 years old, because he would be 77 by this August, he would have he withdrawed. A lot of folks thought that Vince McMahon would be in WWE to the day he died. There was a belief that Vince McMahon would die one day in WWE because he wouldn't know when to step down. Some folks seem to think that Vince McMahon would outdo would do what uh, would do what Elizabeth Alexandra Mary Winchester at 90 something, who is still the Queen of England. She doesn't know when to step down. A lot of folks thought that Vince McMahon would be like that for the wrestling business. Someone who is still the head of a business, who still does stuff, but doesn't know when to quit, doesn't know when to yield. Well, he chose yesterday to yield altogether from everything. First, he stepped down as the head seatman and head runner of WWE when the Board of Overseers were going to underseek him for his mishandling of women, hostile to former WWE hirelings over the years that he had done stuff to. And also, WWE was being underseeked by law businesses and law moats for wrongdoings too. And he was overseeing the booking and the writing of WWE until yesterday. So now he's no longer doing that anymore. So I just want to say thank you, Vincent Kennedy McMahon, for all you did for the wrestling business. Thank you for everything you did. You know, you gave us so much to us wrestling followers. You brought us so much good time. You did a lot of things that a lot of folks out there didn't think you could do. You did stuff that when other wrestling business owners said you wouldn't do it. When they said being kid friendly wasn't a thing and you wouldn't last a day, you outlasted all of them. When they said it being grown up and edgy, you couldn't do that. You did that too. So at the end of the day, even though you're no longer running WWE anymore, you're still going to be you still have done stuff that Billy Corgan, Al Snow, Robert Black, Count Borner, Leonardo Aspor, Snaggy Tulo, Violent J, and Shao Kahn and Anthony Khan can only wish of. And I don't think they're ever going to be as good as you. So XENA says, goodbye, my friend. I'm sorry you had to choose to step down from WWE, but I know your daughter, Stephanie McMahon, she will do a good work running WWE. So that's all my thoughts on Vince McMahon withdrawing and leaving WWE. And if some of you folks out there think it's a stunt or a lark or some saga or some tale, and he's going to show up again one day, well, I don't think he is. The only time Vince McMahon's going to show up again in WWE is when he gets put in the Hall of Honor. And that's about it, I think. So, it is what it is. It's done. Vince McMahon's lifetime in WWE from 9 between 72 YL to 2022 YL is over. Over as both a play-by-play caller, as both a booker and a writer, and over as the owner. Well, he's still the owner, but he's no longer the seatman or the head runner of WWE anymore. So, tell me what you think about that. I'm XENA Pappas, XENA Fighter Queenling. Follow me over here. Watch the last film we made over here, and I'll see you later. Bye.